1 useless man is a shame, 2 is a law firm, and 3 is a Congress. Our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to the government of any other. There are 2 ways to conquer and enslave a country. One is by the sword. The other is by debt. Always stand on principle even if you stand alone. There is nothing I dread so much as the division of the Republic into 2 great parties, each arranged under its leader, and concerting measures in opposition to each other. This, in my humble apprehension, is to be dreaded as the greatest political evil under our Constitution. Government is instituted for the common good, for the protection, safety, prosperity, and happiness of the people, and not for profit, honor, or private interest of any one man, family, or class of men. Therefore, the people alone have an incontestable, unalienable, and indefeasible right to institute government, and to reform, alter, or totally change the same, when their protection, safety, prosperity, and happiness require it. But a constitution of government once changed from freedom, can never be restored. Liberty, once lost, is lost forever. Power always thinks that it is doing God service when it is violating all his laws. Remember, democracy never lasts long. It soon wastes, exhausts, and murders itself. There never was a democracy yet that did not commit suicide. When economic power became concentrated in a few hands, then political power flowed to those possessors and away from the citizens, ultimately resulting in an oligarchy or tyranny. Those who trade liberty for security have neither. We should be unfaithful to ourselves if we should ever lose sight of the danger to our liberties if anything partial or extraneous should infect the purity of our free, fair, virtuous, and independent elections. If an election is to be determined by a majority of a single vote, and that can be procured by a party through artifice or corruption, the government may be the choice of a party for its own ends, not of the nation for the national good. The destiny of America is to carry the gospel of Jesus Christ to all men everywhere. Old minds are like old horses, you must exercise them if you wish to keep them in working order. Liberty cannot be preserved without general knowledge among the people. The Declaration of Independence laid the cornerstone of human government upon the first precepts of Christianity. Be not intimidated, nor suffer yourselves to be wheedled out of your liberties by any pretense of politeness, delicacy, or decency. These, as they are often used, are but 3 different names for hypocrisy, chicanery and cowardice. We recognize no sovereign but God, and no king but Jesus. Cities may be rebuilt, and a people reduced to poverty may acquire fresh property, but a constitution of government once changed from freedom can never be restored. Liberty once lost is lost forever. When the people once surrendered their share in the legislature, and their right of defending the limitations upon the government, and of resisting every encroachment upon them, they can never regain it. Children should be educated and instructed in the principles of freedom. Facts are stubborn things, and whatever may be our wishes, our inclinations, or the dictates of our passions, they cannot alter the state of facts and evidence, nor is the law less stable than the fact. The jaws of power are always open to devour, and her arm is always stretched out, if possible, to destroy the freedom of thinking, speaking, and writing. Abuse of words has been the great instrument of sophistry and chicanery, of party, faction, and division of society. Power must never be trusted without a check. If worthless men are sometimes at the head of affairs, it is, I believe, because worthless men are at the tail and the middle.